Welcome back to Blog Access 101. I'm your host, Young Abashi. Remember, subscribe to our YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify by searching Blog Access 101. This is episode 192. I'm here today with my co-host, Rod. What up, Rod?
What up, though?
All right, ain't not much. But jump right into it, man. Talking about, NFC or NFL Divisional Playoffs. The games today, the Buccaneers, Lions, Chiefs, Bills, which I think is going to be definitely the game for tonight, the big game that everybody's been waiting for, that rematch. Um, Detroit and Buccaneers. I think this is the year Detroit goes to the NFC Championship, especially with my team, the Cowboys, choking last week. Shout out to Jerry Jones for being a bozo again and not going after Bill Belichick. Don't know how I brought back Mike McCarthy. But yeah, this might be my last year as a fan. Um, but yeah, I guess they got the Lions beating the Bucks. Obviously, the Bucks beat up on the Eagles, which I enjoyed watching Monday night after them Eagles fans was talking crazy. Um, but you know how I feel. Baker Mayfield, overrated quarterback. Shout out to Jared Goff. He trying to revive his career after the Rams. Wrote him off. So this is personally, he beat the Rams last week. Now you're gonna take out. I said they take out Tampa Bay today, and I say it's gonna be a close one. I say 24-17 Detroit. I just like Dan Campbell. He brought a lot of fire to their team that they desperately needed for the team as well as in the city. Um, Chiefs Bills. It's definitely gonna be a haymaker match. Who's gonna throw the biggest haymaker? Um, I gotta say, I'm taking the Bills this year. Kansas City, I mean, now, obviously Buffalo's been looking a little bit shaky this year. But I just feel like Kansas City has been, to me, has been more shaky all season. Obviously, this is a new ball game since it's the playoffs. But I just see the Bills. They wrote this game on their calendar, a revenge game, and they finally get a chance to, I guess you could say right their wrongs. And I think I think they beat them this year. I would say this one is probably 34-31. What do you got? 'Cause the Bills beat them this year in the regular season. I mean, obviously that's regular season, but and that was in Kansas City. So this game is in Buffalo, so they come in their house this time. I just see the Bills winning. But who you got between those games that we could talk about the other games from yesterday?
So yeah, I mean, as president of the Bake Show fan club, I do think Tampa Bay stays competitive today, but I got Detroit. Jared Goff, former Ram, they took us out. We only lost by one. It was a good game, but they took us out. I think I think Detroit can go to the Super Bowl. Honestly, I think either one of these teams, like whoever wins this game today, can take San Fran out. I was saying they were shaky before the playoffs, and seven seed Green Bay should have beat them yesterday, and they folded in the end. But yeah, I got the Lions winning today. On the AFC side, I'm not betting against Pat Mahomes in the playoffs until he gives me a reason to. I know they're saying, oh, he hasn't been on the road that much, so they're on the road today. I definitely know that Buffalo is by far the more talented roster. I know that Travis Kelce hasn't looked the same all year. Didn't even get 1,000 yards this year, even though he would have if they didn't bench him for the last game of the regular season. But yeah, Pat Mahomes is Pat Mahomes. Josh Allen is should be that guy right below Pat Mahomes, but Josh Allen can also magically turn mid at times. Kansas City, not a super talented defense, but they play like it. That wide receiver core is very much suspect, but Rashid Rice is going to be a star. He might even be becoming a star right now. He had a great game against Miami.
Hmm.
No Kadarius Toney to mess things up. So I like the Chiefs today.
Good analysis. Still don't think the Chiefs win. But yeah, that was good stuff. What did you think of that Baltimore game today? Uh, I think everybody after their main team lost, I think everybody's on that want to see Lamar finally get his first ring.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, everybody should be. It's a couple of feel good stories. I mean, you can root for Detroit, you can root for Lamar, um, but I don't think anybody wants to see Pat Mahomes go back to back. I guess if the Bills beat the Chiefs today, they might have some fans feeling good for them. But yeah, I'm rooting for the Ravens. Overall, that game yesterday went exactly how I thought it would. I took the Ravens minus the 9.5. The Ravens beat them by 16 in week 1, so did even better this time, beating them by 24. CJ Stroud is the future, but the Ravens are right now.
I'm glad you know that, brother. Shout out to my man CJ Stroud. What he led the league and what passing yards. I think it was well for rookie. I think it was almost QBR as well. But he had a hell of a season. Because anybody thought that outside of Texas fan that Houston was gonna make the playoffs this year, is definitely lying. Uh, and they had a stellar, they won the first round against a stellar Cleveland Browns defense. They got the dog shit beat out of them by Baltimore, but it's Baltimore time. This is their year.
I will.
San Fran. A lot of people was making jokes about Cowboys getting cooked by Green Bay. Green Bay almost found a way to pull out yesterday. Pause. Um, I get San Fran. It was definitely a good game.
They should have
Um,
won.
yeah, they should have. Aaron Jones had another good game on the ground. He didn't get 3 touchdowns this time. You see
I'm
what
so
happened, Dallas, even when you stop people in the red zone. Yeah,
I'm so mad at Aaron Jones.
Dan
So
Quinn
mad,
go
so mad
down.
at him.
But yeah, man, I think that the future is definitely bright in Green Bay. Because we definitely didn't see them because they were struggling at one point. We thought they wouldn't even make the playoffs. Then they come in the playoffs, knock off the Dallas in Dallas, and then almost knock off San Fran in San Fran.
In the rain too.
Yeah, I think it
In
was
the
the
rain.
last drive. Jordan Love threw that interception. So
Jordan Love. I'm happy for Jordan Love. I'm just really confused by Jordan Love because he was mid for what? It's a 17-game season. He was super mid, maybe even below mid for 11 games, and then my man just was like, oh, 21 touchdowns versus 1 interception, and then beats the Cowboys in the playoffs. I'm just like, what clicked? I'm curious to know like what clicked for them
he
or
said,
for
man,
him.
we lock in. It's playoff time, man.
I guess so. Green Bay's quarterback luck continues.
Well, let's jump to Joe Hader. What he's on a 4-year, $95 million with the Astros. I feel like the Astros just get whatever they want, which is starting to get ridiculous.
The rich
Um,
getting richer.
yeah, man, it's like I don't understand what the Phillies doing. I know we were struggling for cap space, um, but our main issue last year obviously was pitching, but it was definitely relief pitching for sure. Um, so I don't know why we didn't try to make a move at Hader, or maybe we did, but we just didn't have the money, enough money that he wanted. But to let a team that's I would say a rival for us, the championship contender, just
Mm-hmm.
stack their roster even more is just bad for business for us. I don't know what we were thinking right there. Just disappointed in our organization not going after players. But what was your thoughts on Joe Hader going to the Houston Astros?
The Astros definitely didn't need to get any better. I don't know what's up with our Phillies. I don't know why. Like I feel like they did enough the last 2 years to where people should really want to go there, and like no one's really like outside of Trey Turner. Nobody of like the moves of scale has gone there. You
Yeah.
got the Yankees. They got Juan Soto when they already have Aaron Judge. I can't think of who it is right now, but I swear the Astros already have like a star level reliever or closer, but now they
Mhm.
have Hader too. So um, it sucks to be. It sucks for the Phillies to not get him. It sucks for the Yankees too, for somebody so close in the AL to get him. So they built up their bats. The Astros, it feels like it's a counter move to the Yankees getting Juan Soto. So it's gonna be an interesting baseball season. But if the Phillies for a third year straight make some noise with like a weaker pitching roster, it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. You're talking about Ryan Presley. I couldn't remember who it was for a second either.
Oh yeah, he's a star.
Yeah, then they just got another closer. That's what you got to do, man. So you can like keep the bullpen fresh. When you got to bring players and you try to make them championship run. And it's just like, yeah, we're not really trying to make too many runs. Clearly,
Yeah, the Astros might change baseball with that move too. I can see them not like having one be a setup guy, but I can see them having like legit 2-star closers. And I feel like a lot of teams they have a lot of people in the bullpen to be their setup men for
Mhm.
their closer, or if they want to give their closer a rest, they'll put a mid guy in there, and hopefully in certain situations like they can get it. But this might be the first time the teams start actually looking to like load up on like star closers.
Yeah, man, because shit, we saw what happened to us when we played who we played. Beat the Braves. Who the hell we lose to? Oh, the damn Diamondbacks. Cause our damn closers, man. Cause remember
Hmm.
when they brought in what was that? What was that? It was the last game was a winner, it was an elimination game. We brought in Wheeler to close. I'm like, oh, we could have used him. We should have been brought him in.
Oh yeah, when they had Wheeler pitch,
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I was like, he was available. But
especially when
the
you're
fact
back
that we got
against
to,
the wall.
yeah, right. But it's the fact that we had to bring in him to try to, we was up 2 games and we just blew it. If we would have had a valuable closer, we would have. I mean, I guess Craig Kimbrell was supposed to be that guy, but he has fell off significantly. Um,
Yeah, he wasn't the same. I think we still got him though.
yeah, unfortunately, which is mind-boggling to me. What you think
He's
about your
still better
boy
than
Blake Snell still out there?
Blake Snell. Blake Snell is confusing to me, and it comes from me
Right,
playing fantasy baseball.
right.
He, I'm not impressed by him in fantasy baseball, but I guess in real life, he holds some weight. Just to go back to Hater real quick, you said he got 4 years, 95 million.
Hmm.
That's like $12 when you think about baseball money.
Yeah,
Like Shohei just got 700 mil. Like the Phillies could have paid that. The Phillies could have paid more than that.
yeah, man. I don't know what we were thinking, but
I don't know, but
it's Philly. It's Philly. Man, if it ain't Philly sports, if it ain't dysfunctional, it's not Philly sports.
between I mean, baseball playoffs could be good this year. We're probably going to see a Yankees Astros with
Yeah,
Juan Soto and Aaron Judge versus the loaded Stros. And the
that could be
Dodgers, they
cool.
got Shohei with everything else they already had. So I know Shohei
Yeah,
not pitching. I feel
everybody
like the
got
Phillies
strong about
own
us.
Dodgers in the playoffs.
You said what?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, no matter how talented the Dodgers are, if the Phillies see them in the playoffs, like we send them home. So it'll be interesting to see how Shohei affects that.
Yeah, I told you we should win at the show. Hey, man, I thought I was crazy.
I mean, I don't know why Philly don't be acting like we a big market. I know we're the smallest big market, but nonetheless, spend that money.
Yeah, I'm just confused, man. How the Phillies dropped the ball on getting Joe Hader. Like I don't understand that. I really don't.
I guess their strategy is, hey, listen, if we get a roster that can hit against anybody, it don't matter who y'all got
Yeah,
pitching.
they probably
And
banking
y'all,
on Reese Hawkins obviously coming back next season. Like, oh yeah, we got our hitters back, our full hitters lineup, so now we should be good. Yeah, man, yeah. That ain't gonna mean
shout out
nothing.
to Reese.
That ain't gonna mean nothing because if we can't, if we hitting well, but then the other team hitting just as good because our pitching couldn't cover a cold with Tylenol.
I think Reese Hoskins will probably throw off the chemistry unless Kyle Schwarber like is a better batter this year. Like, yeah, you can get us almost 50 home runs, but if you batting 170 something, like Reese Hoskins will do the same thing, and then our batting average will be trash. So
What do you? Because man, Hader had an ERA at 1.28 and 33 saves this year. It's like,
oh
why
yeah,
the hell would you not pay that money for? Oh, I'm seeing it's a 5-year 90. It's like, what were y'all looking at? Like, man, owner, stop being cheap and go get these players that we need because we know we need a pitcher. We definitely need a closer, and that was the guy. That was the guy to get, and you guys dropped the ball.
that's another thing I always found interesting about baseball. Like players once they become who they are in the league, I can't think of somebody who's ever really gotten better. So you really just got to go pay for the talent, the established talent.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, man. Let's see what else. Did you want to add anything else?
Shout out to the reigning champs, Michigan, in college football. I ain't been on a pod in a couple of weeks to be able to gloat about that. Now, if my Lakers could get their act together and stop losing to teams that are 16 and 24, everything would be great.
Can't have it all, kid. Can't have it all.
Yeah.
All right, man. Appreciate you coming on.
Now, hopefully, Tom. Yes, sir. Always.
All right, bro.